everyone, it's Angie. How you guys doing? I hope that you're all doing well. I have something for you today along the cross stitch vein. So today I have an order from Biggest Craft. I have opened for them before and I have quite a few kits here to show you today. 1, 2, 3, 4 kits. So let's get right to them. And these are all stamped cross stitch kits, which happens to be one of my very favorite ways to cross stitch. It just takes all of the guesswork and all of the stress for me out of doing cross stitch and just makes it a really enjoyable process when you don't have to do all that counting and keeping track. And it comes in a kit. You don't have to source everything separately, and you got, a kit right there. So this is the image that I chose, one of the images that I chose. My son is an avid collector of nutcrackers, and I thought that this would be an absolutely gorgeous one to do for him for Christmas. I also have this in a diamond painting, so I thought, wouldn't that be cool to do it in both mediums? So it also comes with a chart, a printed chart if you need it. This is 108 by 151 stitches, and it looks to be an 11 count kit. And what that means is that there are 11 X's per square inch on this grid. So this is the, this is not a printed. Interesting. So this is not a pre-printed canvas. So you are going to be using the chart. All right, I'm up for that challenge. I've got that. So this one is not a pre-printed canvas. It has 25 colors, so you are going to be doing lots of counting. But one nice thing about this is it's already pre-gridded for you. So you'll have a real easy time counting over and finding where to start and finding where your colors are going to go. So 27 different colors. Here's your color floss card. Everything is all pre-carded for you. So you just take the strands off the card and get to work. This looks like pretty nice floss. It doesn't seem too fuzzy. A lot of times if floss is too fuzzy, it'll burr up as you run it through the Aida cloth. This seems nice and silky. So that's that. So you are going to have to use the chart, which is fine. This chart is a little bit small, but I can blow it up on a printer. But it should be fine. I should have no trouble doing it. If you had the ability to blow it up on a printer, I would. But that's just me. I'm old. I have old eyes, and so that would be my choice. Also, just to let you know, even though these grid marks are printed on here, this is going to act exactly like a pre-stamped cross-stitch kit would work. When you're finished with it, you just soak it in water, and all of this printing on here is going to disappear. Okay, so that's the first one that I got. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of wish that one was stamped just because it's a lot of detail in there, and I was looking forward to doing that one and stress-free. I do counted cross stitch, and I enjoy doing it. But it's a different kind of enjoyment when you're doing stamped cross stitch because you just don't have to think as hard. So this is the next kit that I got. The remaining 3 kits that I got are all Joy Sunday brand, which is a good brand of cross stitch kits. Their options are endless in the Joy Sunday line. And this is called Dream Aurora. Now this is a 14 count kit, which means that your squares are going to be slightly smaller than with an 11 count kit. Still very doable, still not too bad. Very entry level, beginner friendly. So let's take a look at this one. And this one is also a counted kit. Interesting. So I chose some, and if I'm sure it said it in the description, and I'm just not remembering. Just not remembering what I did from one day to the next. That if that that's not unfathomable. Fathomable. Oh, I've got two cards here. Two. Wow, look at all the colors on this one. Now, you can tell by looking at this rendering that there are going to be a lot of colors in there. A lot of colors. It's very detailed, very beautiful. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and take these two apart just so I can show you all the colors. But look at the gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Now, Joy Sunday is, pretty well known, and I know for a fact that they have very nice thread. Their thread is nice and silky. So this is your color code chart that shows you, and so we've got 30 colors on this card and another 15 colors on this chart for a total of 45 colors. 45 is a lot of colors to have in something so small. So this is going to be like your equivalent of a confetti diamond painting, but in cross stitch form. So this is going to be pretty highly confettied. So if you're a fan of that, then this is a kit that you would like. So the dimensions are 34 by 34 centimeters, which is a very, very nice size. I think that this is going to be just a perfect size. And you can see that even though we've got a square canvas here, our image is only going to be stitched in a round shape. So we're going to be leaving blank all of the corners to make a round shape. So here's our chart, and the thing I love about Joy Sunday brand is their charts are nice and large and legible. So you've got a lot, it's very easy to read these charts. So it covers both sides here, and you have your color code here that shows you what code goes with which color. Your legend, so to is what I should be saying. Shows where you're going to do a back stitch, so you do have some back stitching on this, and also French knots. So you are going to have some French knots. I don't know how many. Oh, that's interesting. The people are all French knots. So that's going to look really cool and three-dimensional. The outlines of the people are all done in French knots. That's going to look really, really neat. This is gorgeous. This is just beautiful. This is a very, very nice kit. I'm really impressed with this one. And it's, like I said, it's got the 14 count Ada. That means you'll use 2 strands out of floss in your needle. So what that means is each little grouping right here has 6 strands of floss in it. You will pull out 2 strands, and that's what you will thread your needle with, is 2 strands of that floss. And it gives beautiful coverage that way on a 14 count kit. And yeah, it's going to look great. It'll look great. So wonderful. This is going to be a project though, because that's quite a bit of colors. Quite a few colors, but I am up for that challenge because that's beautiful. I haven't cross-stitched in a hot minute. I think I might pull some out today because this is making me want to cross-stitch. I'm not gonna wrestle with that right now. We'll just set it off to the side. All right, let's see what else I got. I got another winter theme, which is fine because, cross-stitch projects are a little time consuming. They do take some time, and it's not too early to start with your cross stitch projects for winter. This one is called the Snowmans Friends. It is also a 14 count kit, which means you'll use 2 threads of floss. 2 threads, yes. I said that. I thought I said that backwards for a second. This one is 18 by 22 centimeters. So it's similar to that last one, except this one is going to be done in an oval. So our canvas is going to be rectangular, but you're only going to cross stitch in an oval. And I really like the look of that, which is why I got 2 different kinds, of that, but I really like the look of the round and the oval. So then again, we have our large chart and our codes. We do have quite a few different colors of back stitch in this one and 2 different kinds of colors of French knots. Let's see if this one's printed or this one is also counted. Wonderful. And look at the size. This is going to be perfect. This is going to be a really, really nice size. So we have 30 different colors, which is a lot for that small of a kit. But here are your thread colors, and they have a very nice thread card that shows the DMC numbers along with the number for your legend that goes along with your legend. So it's really easy to make sure you've got the right color. And again, their threads are very, very good quality on the threads. And this one, of course, is going to be for my good friend Jennifer, who loves snowmen. And I thought that this would be really pretty for her cottage up north because it has all the woodland creatures in it. Got an owl and a cardinal and a deer and a bunny and a squirrel, some birds, and blue jay. Well, he would qualify as a bird, wouldn't he? But yes, so that is the third one that I got. Let's see what the last one is. Again, I'm not going to fiddle with it. I'll just set it there. Let's see if this is Christmassy or non-Christmassy, but definitely seasonal. And it's definitely not too early to get started on this. I thought that this was absolutely beautiful, and I'll tell you why. Because I love fall. Fall is my favorite time of year, and this in the background. Do you see where it says maple leaf, maple leaf, maple leaf in the background? I loved that detail of this. This is also a Joy Sunday brand kit. And also a 14 count. The measurement is 16 by 15 centimeters. So it's not too big. So if you wanted, let's say you've been a printed or a pre-stamped cross stitcher and you were ready to graduate to something in the counted cross stitch line, this would be an example of a very good one to start with because the size is very nice. It's a very good size. It's a 14 count. You still have a kit, so you have everything that you need that comes right in the kit, but it's small, and it doesn't have a bazillion colors. This one has 15 colors, beautiful colors. Look at those fall colors. They are so rich and gorgeous. Very, very nice fall colors. I've decided, told you I haven't cross-stitched in a hot minute and I feel like cross-stitching. This is what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to work on this one today. And then of course you have your legend with your symbols. There is some back stitching in this, 3 different colors of back stitching, and your chart. So you're back stitching your words that I was telling you, the maple leaf that go in the background. Those are all going to be back stitched. So this is also a good canvas if you were ready to, if you've done stamped cross stitch and done just the cross stitching and no special stitches or alternative stitches, and you were ready to graduate to a counted cross stitch kit, I would highly recommend this kit because it's small, it doesn't have a ton of colors, but it introduces you to counted cross stitch, and it also is an introduction to back stitching. So you do get to practice some back stitching, and you can either find some there's plenty of videos on the internet showing you back stitching, but there's also on the back here, there is a example of how to do a back stitch. not a very good, this isn't, I wouldn't consider this a tutorial by any means, but you can easily find a tutorial on how to use or how to do back stitching on the internet. And again, I am going to do a follow-up video from my introductory cross stitch video. I just haven't done it yet. That goes into a little bit more detail, like how to do back stitching and how to do French knots and that kind of thing. So keep an eye out for that as well. That's what I got this time from Biggest Craft. I want to say thank you to them for sending these along my way. And I am going to, I wonder how quickly I could get this done. It's so small. I think I could do this fairly quickly. So keep an eye out, and I will show you an update and let you know how I come along with this and how long it took me to get it done. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this unbagging. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave it to me in the comments, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I will link all of these items in the description tab of the video. Again, these are all available from Biggest Craft. They have a huge selection of cross stitch, both counted cross stitch and printed cross stitch. So today's selection were all counted cross stitch. Usually I try to get a mix, but today I got all counted. So that was just what I must have been in the mood for when I made my selections. But yeah, so thanks a lot for sticking with me, for watching, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.